This is 13 WMAZ Eyewitness News Midday.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm David Earl. Thank you for joining us at noon today. New this hour, 200 jobs are on their way to Bibb County by way of a distribution center for a tractor supply company. County officials and the Chamber of Commerce held a news conference this morning. Jennifer Moulet is there and joins us now live with more. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, David. That's right. I'm standing where the building will go. It'll go right behind me. If you can see, there is a yellow balloon back there. That is where this distribution center for a tractor supply company will go. It will service all the southeastern stores, and it'll be 4 stories high. There were several state officials, city officials, and county officials here today, including Lieutenant Governor Casey Cagle. Now, the president of Tractor Supply Company, Gregory Sanford, says there were a lot of reasons why they chose Macon. They wanted to be close to the port in Savannah, and they also wanted to be close to the interstate. He says the overwhelming support by the county officials, city and county officials, was outstanding, and they also think they'll have a strong workforce here in Macon. Back to you, David.
Jennifer Moulet live in Bibb County. Thank you, Jennifer. Now we have more details on the company. According to their website, they're based in Brentwood, Tennessee. They have more than 1,100 stores in 44 different states, including stores in Byron and Macon, along with Milledgeville and Dublin. Their products include clothing, pet supplies, tractor trailer parks, and lawn and garden supplies. Well, today, the Supreme Court rejected parts of Arizona's immigration law and took the teeth out of most of its controversial provisions. Daniel Nottingham is at the High Court with more.
The Supreme Court struck down.
Now, Justice Elena Kagan didn't take part in this immigration case because in her former job as Solicitor General, she helped the Obama administration craft its legal arguments. Georgia used the Arizona law as a blueprint for its own immigration legislation. And a year after Georgia lawmakers passed that tough immigration law, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reports that many city and counties don't comply with it. The rules require most employers, government agencies, and contractors to use the E-Verify federal program to make sure workers are authorized to work right here in the United States. But few governments have filed the required reports on time. This week, state officials will send governments a reminder that failing to follow the law could put their state funding in jeopardy. Well, who says there's no such thing as a free ride? The Macon-Bibb County Transit Authority kicked off their Tri-Transit Week. It features free or reduced fares all week long, and it lasts through Friday. And all bus fares are 50 cents until then. Those are usually $1.25. Paratransit fares for the specialized service that serves people who can't use the fixed routes are $1. They're usually $2.50. Now, each day has a different theme. Today, city, county, and government workers ride for free. Tomorrow features a free ride on the proposed 2nd Street Corridor route, which will run all day long. Wednesday, everyone rides free and can take tours of Terminal Station. Thursday features a free ride on the proposed Okmulgee Industrial Park route. That includes a stop at Geico. And Friday is MTA Employee Appreciation Day. Now, while the Macon Transit Authority wants you to hop on a bus, the State Public Service Commission wants you to consider a different type of transportation. This afternoon, the Greater Macon Chamber of Commerce will host the 2-hour Alternative Vehicle Road Show from 2 to 4. You can check things out at the Chamber's offices on Coliseum Drive. Also, in other news, Tropical Storm Debbie continues to drench people in Florida. A tropical storm warning is in effect along the Florida Panhandle. Heavy rains prompted the closing of the bridge to St. George Island. It's a popular vacation spot in the Sunshine State. Officials in the Tampa Bay area want people to stay away from flooded streets. Joining me now in the Weather Center, David Ernst, who's been tracking Debbie all morning. Good morning, David.
Good morning, David.
Afternoon, I should say.
I guess so. You're right. It is. It's just changed over. We're close enough. Yes, we just got the most recent update from Debbie about an hour ago from the National Hurricane Center, and it has started to pick up its forward speed once again. It had been stationary throughout much of the morning hours, so now moving to the northeast around 3 miles per hour, still about 75 miles to the south of Apalachicola, Florida, and about 300 miles south-southwest of Macon. The orange that you see there along the Florida coast, that's the tropical storm warning. It's in effect from Destin all the way south of Tampa. In these areas, you're looking at rough surf along the coastline. That's where you're going to see the strongest winds. Sustained winds down from 50 miles an hour now to 45 miles per hour. But those tropical storm force winds extend outwards some 230 miles from the center of the storm. So it's a very broad storm, not too powerful, but a large storm nonetheless. We'll take a closer look at it, where it could be headed. That is coming up in the full forecast in just a few minutes.
Okay, David, we'll see you then. Thank you. This morning marks a sad anniversary in the Lauren Giddings story. Today it's been 1 year since the Mercer Law School graduate was last seen alive. Macon police say her accused killer and former neighbor, Stephen McDaniel, murdered her that same day. But her body was not found until 5 days later. For friends and family, living for the last year without Lauren has been a daily struggle. But her sister Caitlin says Lauren wouldn't have wanted the tragedy to define them.
We're not the victims here. We don't take that role. I mean, we might be defined as that, but we don't take that role. We don't expect anything from anybody, and we just rely on God to get us through it.
Now tonight at 6, you can hear more from Lauren's sister on how the family is facing life 1 year later. Well, the state Supreme Court ruled against the man convicted in a 24-year-old Jones County murder case. Former lawyer Robert Allen Dannenberg appealed his murder conviction for the death of family friend Deborah Lamb. His lawyers argued that the court that convicted him made 9 errors, including refusing to let him represent himself. But the state's high court today rejected all his arguments. Now, in 1989, Dannenberg pleaded guilty to malice murder and aggravated assault and was sentenced to life in prison plus 5 years. William Shine, the Macon man who may be infected with the flesh-eating bacteria today, had his 4th surgery. That's according to his brother, Barry Shine. He said his brother remains in critical condition and is still fighting for his life. William Shine has an abdominal infection, and Barry says every time the doctors get one step ahead, the bacteria seems to come back. Last week, Barry Shine told us that doctors initially diagnosed his brother with flesh-eating bacteria, but later backed off on that diagnosis. Today, he said they're still not sure. Well, for viewers watching on 13WMAZ.com, thank you for joining us today. We hope you'll come right back here and see us tomorrow. Ahead for our viewers on 13WMAZ, we're headed to the kitchen with
This time of year, fresh herbs are sprouting in our outdoor gardens, and as money savers, they're in more than ever. Yeah.